Hell yes! Another game with the Reanimator. I'm clearly a glutton for punishment. So, this Evolving Wilds should and could be like a Rakdos Guildgate. I wouldn't rule it out as being better, but since I added like a Gurmag Angler to my deck, I thought I'd leave Evolving Wilds in since this could be, relevant. But on the other hand, I do keep wanting like different colors of mana and that sort of thing, so maybe this should just be Guildgate. Hmm. I guess we could get like Dazed or Force Spiked or something here, but oh, guess not. I wanted to play Tormenting Voice so that, like, even if it gets countered or something, we can like Faithless Looting into Exhume or something. Hmm. Don't really like this opening here. If they're playing like blue-black, that is a disaster matchup, as noted on a recent article on NumotGaming. So I sort of want to try to sneak in. Well, a curse. I want to try to sneak in and Exhume. Well, hopefully this is going to put like Dragon Breaths in my graveyard. No, it's just another Crusher, but... Well, how about I play Tormenting Voice, discarding a Stinkweed Imp. So the reason I played this first Stinkweed Imp is because I need to like soak up Edict effects. And sort of apply pressure in some way. Because if I just sit here and do nothing, then they can definitely sort of get me. So I've milled 2 Exhumes so far, which is a bit unfortunate. And like there's 2 Crushers in my graveyard. 3 Crushers in my graveyard? 3 Crushers in my graveyard. So if they just have a Bajuka Bog, I'm in actually quite a lot of trouble. But I seem to have cobbled together a motley beatdown crew that well, they just died. They could not beat this Angler. This Angler is great. It's basically like an Exhume. I wasn't expecting that fast a turnaround. So Pyroblast Snap coming in, late in the X's, instantly coming out. Shred Memories I think are still useful. Like Manamorphoses I don't think are what I want, since I'm not going to be like turboing out stuff. I assume I want these Fault Grinders. Like maybe I want one less Crusher in my deck, since it's going to be more difficult to actually get them, because they're going to have like a bunch of stuff happening, so a bunch of stuff happening to prevent me from doing Crusher looting nonsense. Maybe I need to cut down on some of my looting. Maybe like 1 Dragon Breath is... Maybe like 2 Dragon Breaths is fine. But then again, I sort of really need one if I'm actually crushing them, so... I guess like a Tormenting Voice. And like... Oh, that's good. It's definitely kind of tricky. Like, I think I want all these cards I brought in. I don't think any of these other cards are just absolutely terrible. It's possible I could take out a land. So it's not like I'm on the draw. Like the game's gonna go longer. Yeah, okay, I'm not quite sure about that one, but sure. Let's go for it. This hand is... I don't think this hand's very good at all. I mean, I guess it's fine for like a slower matchup, but yeah, Dave mulligan, I'm gonna mulligan as well. Just gotta keep it fair, you know. This one's okay. This Dragon Breath, definitely not what I want. So, I mean, I have plenty of lands. I can like Tormenting Voice, put Crusher in graveyard, and hopefully draw into some Pyroblast or something to get my action going. Well, I guess I'm sorted for colors. I mean, this could, like say, could get countered or whatever, but it's fine. So the cookie crumbles. I don't think it's realistic to play around lots of like 1 mana enchant, 1 mana counter spell stuff. Oh, there's another curse. I mean, I do sort of deck myself if I'm like dredging. So I guess I'm like Tormenting Voice. If I'm Tormenting Voicing, then I would like discard Dragon Breath. Then I'd have like 1 mana, and then I need to remove 6 things. So that'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus Tormenting Voice if I want to use the Dragon Breath, or I can just cast Gurmag Angler. Like, I think that seems like a reasonable threat. I mean, they could, you know, have edicts and that sort of thing, but just, you know, removing the Crusher from my graveyard and all that sort of thing isn't that great either. Well, they put a Dragon Breath in my graveyard for me. That's nice of them. I guess I want to draw more Exhumes and that sort of thing, but I still kind of want to discard Stinkweed Imp, so... Like, I sort of want to keep this Dragon Breath in case they exile my graveyard. So it's possible that I should just cast Stinkweed Imp and start beating down, I suppose. Because it's certainly possible that in the near future I can like put the Dragon Breath on the Stinkweed Imp and start beating down. And this, you know, some insurance against edicts and that sort of thing in the future also. I think I'd probably just evoke Fault Grinder next turn. 4 mana. Are they making Gurmag Angler? They exiled like 2 flashback cards. Alright. Well, that's 2 Exhumes over there. That's not great. I'm not sure if evoking this Fault Grinder is now good, since they have the Angler. I think I probably want to try and dig for an Exhume. And we missed. Let's try again. I guess, like, I'm getting to the range where I'm just casting Fault Grinders and Crushers and that sort of thing, so... Well, we found a Shred Memory, and we have enough mana to use it, which is nice. They actually have to get rid of my Stinkweed Imp if they're trying to beat me up with that, and they've only got like 1 card left after they... Well, after this deep analysis, they have a few. And they drew into Relic, which is unfortunate for me. It's, you know, interesting use of Relic with the flashback deck, because it's normal for them to, you know, have Nihil Spellbomb instead. So I guess if I ever want to use any of these things, I need to just transmute and cast right away, since it'll force them to use Relic, but at the very least it'll get this Deep Analysis out of their graveyard also. And it does leave us with only one Exhume, which is not ideal. But what's she gonna do? Yep. If only this was an instant, we could really get them here, but unfortunately, you know, not an option. Nah, if he'd drawn this first, that'd have been great. Actually, I think I might just keep this Crusher in my hand. We're getting into the, like I say, we're getting into the zone where we're just going to have to start casting our giant monsters. And Dragon Breath works equally well as casting them as exhuming them. And we only even have like one Exhume left in our deck. So I guess on land here would be great. So we can just cast Fault Grinder. They still seem to be struggling a bit against this Stinkweed Imp, which is always pleasant. There's flashing it back in order to try and hit a Relic, I suppose. Okay, that seems good to me. I guess I'll flash back this. See what I get. I think I'll just discard these. Play another Stinkweed Imp. Play a Carnarium. Get stuck in. Alright. The long march of the Stinkweed Imps begins. I would really like to draw like a Duress or a Pyroblast here, just so I have a reasonable shot of getting in with one of these things, like letting them resolve and that sort of thing, but I suppose if we have a wee look at what we've got left, we still have, you know, a couple of power blasts, all the Duresses. And they're dressing me. Well, sorry friend. They have officially discarded a card, which I am absolutely on board with. Now they always certainly got like a counterspell here, for sure. So I think I'll just cast Fault Grinder to soften them up a little bit and try and draw another Duress next turn. Well, there's another Exhume in our graveyard, so there's that option away. Oh, they let it resolve. Well, I could put the Dragon Breath on this. I actually think I will, since, I mean, I'm not going to attack with it this turn, since, you know, I was going to play this Peat Bog. But it means they have to then do something about this Fault Grinder, because otherwise it's going to, you know, fire breathe it right into their face. Still haven't drawn any Duresses yet, although by this time, you know, they've got 5 cards in their hand. Well, there's one Duress anyway. Now this actually has trample, so time to go upstairs. We certainly don't have the fastest clock in the world, but... And it's not beating Curse of the Bloody Tome, I imagine, but... Use the Mystical Teachings for probably like a Crypt Incursion. Or just like an Echoing Truth, that'd be annoying. Or just a counterspell. Doomblade, that's reasonable. So yeah, I suppose the turn I played the first Peat Bog, I should have not played that and just played Swamp. And then I could have gotten an extra swing in with the 5-power Fault Rainer. Okay, come on, wheel cards. I mean, if I just draw another brick, I'll just flashback Faceless Looting. I mean, we're definitely getting close to decked. So if I just like play Crusher this turn, that's fine, because like next turn I'll play Crusher with Pyroblast backup. And I know they have a Doomblade, but gotta get through the cards in our hand somehow. Pyroblast can also blow up Curse if it looks like I might be able to mine them with just the Stinkweed Imps. Also, Pyroblast can't stop Doomblade anyway, so... This could be a Mystical Teachings. No, it's another Gurmang Angler. I will refuse to put the breath on it. Feels like they mistapped there. Or mis-exiled, either way. I do not think I'll be dredging anytime soon. Time to try this again. Like they have, yeah, they had like so many cards. It seemed very unlikely that I would win if I went to try and kill Curse the Bloody Tome as well. So I think we're just about out of this game for sure. I mean, we still have some LD guys knocking about. Which means we probably want to play this Bloodfell Caves actually, because we need more fire breathing and more mana. Because this Peat Bog's gonna bite the dust in a moment. And we still have E-Crusher. Okay. No dredge. Yeah, looks like we're gonna die. These are not the droids we're looking for. So let's duress them, see what's up. A Deprive and an Essence Scatter. I think that'll do the job. So we went that far off. Oh, I guess I didn't have another Crusher because I boarded one out. Good job, me. I think this is basically still fine. Like I didn't really miss the land I boarded out. That's because I was a bit land heavy, I suppose. Here we go. We have a looting, I assume, Crusher and Duress. Keep. So we could definitely cast Faithless Looting turn 1 and discard the 2 things, and maybe we'll draw a Swamp and crush them. So I think I have to do that. We did not get there. Discarding Shred Memory, since it's not not that important, and like I say, I think we need to conserve some crushers in our hand. I probably should have played Neonate there. Just clicked a bit fast. So let's see what we're up against here, since I can't imagine this Exhume going well for me. Okay. Time to start our Beatdown Squad. We missed a point of damage already. But, you know, they're sort of priced into keeping up counter magic if they don't have a way to remove Crusher. Like Edicts won't do the job, it needs to be like a Doomblade if I bring it back. Stinkweed Imp. Oh well, I think I'll go for it. I'll go for the Dragon Breath. But we didn't find it. We can certainly try again. It just depends on whether we think they might have like a 1 mana thing. Like if they've got a Vapor Snag, that's it's a disaster. And we did not hit. Oh well, I mean, we dug through 12 cards. And I think we definitely get blown out if we do it now, because, you know, the deck is just full of edicts and that sort of thing. I guess we have a Fault Grinder, so I really wanted to reduce them to 0 permanents, but can't have everything. It's certainly possible that that was too risky, but like the first one was just so weak, you know, just we didn't get anything out of it, so. Well, how many edicts do you think they have? Probably too many to justify not taking Fault Grinder again. And now we can have some edict protection by getting more Stinkweed Imps. Ah, well, we just milled all of our Duresses. So that's a shame, but it's fine. Here we go. So even if they pay Gurmag Angler, we're not, you know, drawing dead or anything, since we can like just draw a Dragon Breath and suit up. I mean, they've got Doomblades and stuff too. So they're not, you know, stone dead to this Fault Grinder, but yeah, we've got some beatdowns. Is this getting countered. I mean, if they've just got a handful of counter spells, then I certainly wouldn't blame them for just counter spelling a Stinkweed Imp here, since it reduces their outs to draw like just runner edict effects. I mean, they're on 12. 12 is a manageable life total for a bunch of Stinkweed Imps to take the fight to them. Do I want to get another Stinkweed Imp? Probably. Well, we managed to put Dragon Breath in our graveyard at least, so that's something for the future. Capsize, that's reasonable. I think I should just flash back at Faithless Looting then, since I'm... It's like Echoing Truth is like a real card and don't want to play directly into it, and like I have all these cards in my hand. So I have options. If I play Peat Bog, I can invoke this Vault Grinder. That's probably a fine plan. On the other hand, we're, once again entering the cast my giant monsters phase of the game, while they are crawling back into it with their, the land drops that they are eventually hitting. I think I should evoke this. Got to draw out counterspell somehow. Crypt Incursion would be a, just slight disaster. Probably just lose the game on the spot. Well, we're definitely entering the danger zone when it comes to running out of cards. I don't think I want to dredge. Like, it's not, doesn't seem great. Pyroblast, that does seem fairly great though. So, where do we not? Oh, I guess we thought for sure I had more Faithless Looting. I mean, look at the size of my graveyard. I'm unclear if I'm supposed to be Pyroblasting this curse or trying to hold it in order to cast a fatty. Well, did say that those exist in their deck, so it was gonna happen at some point. Yeah, I think I have to do this. I'm just gonna lose to the curse as is. I think it's possible I should have done it while tapped out last turn, but like because I have Dragon Breath and stuff in my graveyard, it seemed like way better upside to try and hold it. That's pretty miserable. in terms of loots. I actually think I have to keep this Dragon Breath and just cast it to make these Stinkweed Imps threatening. Yeah. I mean, they do have to answer them. You know, I can use the Peat Bog to play it, get an extra 3 power out to the turn I play it. That's a shame. They only have 1 card left. Only a Think Twice and a Change Edict as flashback spells in their graveyard. It's definitely coming down to the wire. Honestly, they don't even need Curse the Bloody Tome in their deck, because all they need to do as a deck is just not die, and my deck will deck itself anyway due to having to dredge Stinkweed Imps and that sort of thing. So let's see, what do we have? So if I dredge this, go to 6 cards. I think I have to. Let's see, I've got 1 Falk Rider in my graveyard. It'd be really good if this exile zone was sorted. There's 3 Falk Riders and all my crushers are out. So yeah, I'm gonna dredge it. Give it haste. Please. Might as well just tap out since I'm not doing anything else. And I've definitely used a significant amount of my clock time trying to figure out what to do this game. Definitely a bit more than I was expecting to use. Mystical Teachings. That's a shame. If their last card wasn't Mystical Teachings, I actually think we're favoured to win this game. Unfortunately it is, and we are now not. Crypt Incursion to gain 6 life. That's probably good enough. Sure, why not? They're just tapping out. Seems reasonable. I mean, we're down to like 4 lands. We can't win if we, you know, cast Faithless Looting, so might as well just tap out. Get stuck in. If they have got like a deep analysis, they can just deck us. But as is, we're going to get decked, milled for 2. We're going to draw a card, have no cards left, and hope that they don't have a single answer in their deck to a Stinkweed Imp. Which isn't impossible. I will say is that is not a completely implausible series of events, because they have Doomblades and they have Edicts. But they haven't shown us like Echoing Decay, Echoing Truth. They have played a Capsize actually, but that's currently, you know, in exile. Did they lose to this? I would love it. I would love it if that was the case. Don't want to get carried away though. Don't want to get too hype. Okay. Well, I mean, if they've got it, they've got it. One. Two. So this is currently lethal. I'll pass priority. Well, if they've got an answer, they've got an answer. Show it to me. Show it. Or don't show it. I would actually prefer do not show me the answer to a Stinky Dump. Reveals think twice. Oh, they're slow rolling me. They're still on 4, still got full power. Yeah, we did it. What a sweet game.